people keep on learning. Soldiers keep on warring. World keep on turning, 'cause it won't be too long. Powers keep on lying, while your people keep on dying. World keep on turning, 'cause it won't be too long.
I'm so darn glad he let me try it again, 'cause my last time on earth I lived a whole world of sin. I'm so glad that I know more than I knew then. Gonna keep on trying till I reach the highest ground. Nothing's gonna keep me down. Whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha. Whoa ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha. Oh, okay. So I do know that is fitting, but I do have one more thing before we get into our official introduction, a personal request from a listener, and it goes a little something like this. Whoa ha, whoa ha, yeah, yeah. Whoa ha ha ha, whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, yeah, yeah. Whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha. That is DJ Taz's That's Right in the key of whoa ha for the listener that requested it.
Songs in the key of whoa ha.
Yeah. We got to do that.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blackest Show about nothing is straight and XD. I'm your host XD, and I'm here with
Jade, aka I know why the cage bird sings, nigga. I'm free.
Yes.
Ooh, free as a bird.
Yes, I feel that. I feel that on a spiritual level. This is a very special episode because this is the first time we're recording on a regular schedule, because what you've all heard has been pre-recorded.
Probably should have never told you that. Also, very special episode. I got my microphone stand replaced, and I am no longer nigger rigging my mic into a giant glass jar.
Yes. Shout out to moving on up to the east side in a deluxe apartment in this
in the Sky High. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's awesome. I'm proud of you for getting a new stand.
I'm proud of me.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exciting things are happening at Burger King.
Absolutely.
You know?
Sesame Street is popping.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How was your week? Your last 7 days? Your last 108 hours?
I'm going to talk about that in this episode. So,
yes.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll do that. Give you all a real-time catch-up, which will, obviously lead to whatever else it does, because XD and I are the nigga version of Hansel and Gretel, and we are forever on some sort of adventure. But I will defer to you. How was your last 7 days?
It was cool. There was something that happened, but I'm over it and it's okay. And then otherwise, I've been playing video games, watching a lot of
I heard you're just playing so much video games. Your nigga is shaming you online about it, which is really fun to read.
Yeah.
You know?
10-year-old son Nico is absolutely addicted to his video games.
Let me get the streak of 6ix9ine. Let me get the streak. No!
He'll be on this device for 17 hours a day sometimes. I try to get Nico off video games, tell him that he's limited. He can only have 5 hours a day. And
Here's the thing. The Sims, right? The Sims is very calming because, you know, especially for someone like me who has a God complex, I feel like it though is
The self-awareness is peak.
I'm like, true and honest to quote. I mean, can we listen? What's 22 without a little bit of honesty?
You right about that, honey?
You know, self-awareness.
Okay.
Listen, because I be on the TikTok. Oh my god. Okay. We'll talk about business later, but I have a message to the youth that listens to us. Because I get secondhand embarrassment like only a few times a year. And it's really when it comes to bad comedy. Oh. But lately, it has been coming a lot because these Gen Z folks be putting their whole entire family secret business on the internet that nobody should have ever known.
With an automated voice and some words. Like,
yes.
They'd be like, what's that little robotic voice? They'd be like, today, and then it's the words, and they're like punching dances into the air while the words are, today I found out my daddy was not my daddy. And like, it was like, oh man, this is dark.
Yeah. Today I found out my brother is actually my brother.
Right, and then the algorithm be like, and then right after that be like, black people pets.
Yeah. And the shadiest thing about TikTok is the logo at the end of everything. Because it'd be like so dramatic. And then
and at the end, I died. TikTok. Nigga, what? Be like, that's how it ends. It's like The Sopranos every time.
Yeah. With a little jazzy logo.
Right. Okay. I'm like, not you coming in with a sachet, nigga. Like, what are you doing right now? I just told them.
With a logo from the 90s.
What the fuck? Oh shit.
But yeah, so I played The Sims. You know, it helps, it calms, it soothes, it you know, and also I get to try out looks because they be having the fashions in The Sims, and you know, it be, you know, I want to try out some things. Also, listen, they be interesting. You know, and I like to build. like, because I have this theory that whenever we get real money,
it's coming.
I want to like build, or design, you know, condo or build a home. And I feel like this is prepping me for that. So, like, I could just go to the developer and be like, I want this. And they're going to be like, I can't translate,
The Sims,
you know, something from Willow Crest to AutoCAD. I'm like, well, that's none of my problem. That's
figure it out, property brother.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen. If Trixie Mattel can buy a hotel and turn it into whatever it is in Palm Springs.
What the fuck? Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, Trixie Motel. It's a show. So Trixie and her partner, David Silver, who edits down at the Wow Presents basement. And they bought a hotel, a rundown hotel in Palm Springs, and they renovated it. And they have like a bunch of celebrity guests coming in to help, like Lisa Vanderpump, Nicole Byer. Oh. Nicole Ray. But Nicole Byer.
She pops in, she's like, but anyway, you can catch me any day. Yeah. Like, that's her intro. That's how she comes in with her peach.
But whatever happened to Mocha? Remember
Mocha, I take it. We don't play.
We don't play. And then
it's a pity that y'all look like idiots.
You remember Shanta from Love to Love You? Like, whatever happened to her?
Oh,
she's coming to have bars.
Like a sports car.
Like a porno star.
Yeah. I'm coming, baby, like that big black kahuna. I wish it would have fucked me just a little soda.
Hold it back like
Oh, ooh, love to love ya, love ya, love ya. Oh, I don't know what happened to her. Actually, I'm sorry, I got carried away. I don't know, but I'm gonna go listen to that song because it's available now on iTunes, Spotify, and wherever you listen to your music
on all streaming services,
just like JNXT.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say we have some things to say and sell and promote. And
oh yeah, let's do that real quick
because this whole episode is catching up. So, with that being said, as every week and always, we thank you for listening to us and supporting us on our journey to becoming our authentic Black selves.
Very much so.
Even though we didn't need to be on a journey for that, but that's just who we are as a people.
Yeah.
But all that good stuff. But tell a friend that about the most hilarious podcast that they're not listening to. So put it in a work email. You can say as per my last message as a lie to scare and give your coworkers anxiety. Drop the link, and they'll click it and they'll get a
scare them like Alicia Keys and put it in a love song. However you want to deliver the message.
Also, like us and rate us 5 stars and leave us a comment on, wherever you can or listening to the podcast, because that helps us out immensely. Because let me tell you something, we're number 35 in Kenya.
What?
Shout out to Central African time,
yo,
nigga.
Cat. What?
I will never forget 5 p.m. is 2 a.m.
Yeah, we'll never forget that ever in life.
Never.
Wait, for real? That's an honest statistic?
Yeah.
My love, we are 35th in comedy in Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to all our Kenyans.
Yes. Oh, actually, is he still in? Because I'm about to actually tell you right
he's
now.
Still here.
Because we're also big in St. Lucia.
We're big in St. Lucia, nigga. His coworker, who's from St. Lucia. Oh yeah, shout out to Ian.
Yeah.
St. Lucia, the country of the Caribbean.
Yeah, we are. Well, we're number 1 in Malawi, so how
number
about that?
1 in Malawi. Well, they're allowed to listen to us? That's fascinating.
Yeah, I'm surprised people are allowed to listen
Me
to us in
too.
America. Yeah, number 3 in St. Lucia.
Okay.
So
big up St. Lucia. Shout out to one of your home dishes, Creole, which I had prepared by a wonderful lady. And shout out to your Dutch appliances that took me far too long to figure out how to use.
Yeah, and we're number 197 in America in comedy.
Okay. Go off, figure. 200.
Yeah. Out of all these niggas with podcasts with horrible opinions, we've made it to the top 500. That's
I'm actually here for that.
Because let me tell you something.
Ooh, there are some terrible opinions out there.
And I know that podcasting is how we make a living and stuff like that. But I encourage people to make podcasts because you hire me and that's how I help make your show better. But there are some shows that just don't. If I see, first of all, it'd be like 97 niggas on a mic discussing
panty liners.
Yeah, and who should fix their kid's plate first, or why. I saw one. This lady said she don't want a nigga that got a job.
I'm just here.
She said the reason why she said she didn't want him to job because the type of lifestyle that she leads, she needs to get up and go.
Okay.
And so she doesn't need a man who has a regular 9 to 5. He just needs to have money already. I said, you know what?
I can't argue with people like that. I can't reason, rationale. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to know you. I sometimes get accosted by, really bad Instagram clips. of people and their very awful opinions and their full lack of self-awareness. And all I have to say is, that's just gonna come back on you, girl. Like,
yeah, like, it's no shade. I mean, that's how if that's your lane in your market, that's great. I just think that's,
if you want that to be your karmic return, then go off, sweetness. I don't.
Yeah. But oh yeah, the spiel. So anyway, tell a friend that we're everywhere. Yeah. Where the true mess lives is Patreon, which is $9.99. A lot of you have been asking, and we will be covering 90 Day Fiancé, Love in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
This season. I don't know if we're doing it like on the main show or on Patreon. I'm not sure. Because I know that we oscillate between those types of things. But wherever you find it, you find it. Yes. If anything, the first episode at least will be made to the public, and maybe we'll go on from there. But
love to see it.
But yes, if that is the case, subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/JadenXD, where things will get posted. For the Frizz night as well. You can go watch our old content. We have Family Game Night, which is really fun and coming back soon. And because a lot of logistics. Yeah. And a couple of other stuff there.
It's a good time.
But other than that, yeah, it's a good time. Links in the description wherever you're listening or following us to all of this information. Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah, so let's take a break, and we'll be back after these messages.
Hit it, Claw.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Everything imaginable that would violate a home has happened here. According to neighbors, the guests started their own party within 3 or 4 hours.
And we're black. So Jade went on vacation for a little bit.
Yes.
Jade needed to celebrate schooling because that was a feat. You're very much like Reba, but actually married. You're a mom that works 2 jobs.
I'm a mama that works 2 jobs, and I had to get my rocks off. And I went to Denver and had a good time and smoked my fucking face off.
Yeah,
that's my Reba voice.
Yes, that's what was. So, you went to Denver.
That's me in the.
Tell us about it.
Wow. Okay, let's go on a journey, and you all already know. This leads to other conversation. But so we go to Denver. I went with a couple of girlfriends, and we went to go see Erykah Badu at the Red Rocks. So that was just astonishing on its own, but I'll get to that. So I get to Denver. Filthiest airport I've been in.
It looks like a post office.
Ooh, yes, grungy and dirty and dated and dirty.
Yeah, it looks like a post office.
It was it looks like Orchard Beach in the Bronx. I swear there was a piece of chicken on the floor somewhere. Good times in the city. So I said, okay, I've been here once when I was 20. That was almost 20 years ago. And I do remember this being a very clean place. I will not judge you off of your airport. Well, I continue to judge off of their airport because as you walk to baggage claim, there are signs that look like a star that say baggage claim, baggage claim, baggage claim. So I say, which way is it, nigga? Y'all have issues with signage. Okay? Fine. So I get my shit. We get out of there, get to the car rental spot, which is fascinatingly 6 miles away from the airport, which you have to remember here, Brooklyn is 8 miles from Harlem. In traffic, that can take us an hour.
2 hours.
Okay? It took us 7 minutes in an airport shuttle because of the highways. Wonderful. So I'm like, okay, not as dirty as the airport out here. That's nice. Get the car rental. You know, we're now on our way to then we have to pick up my other homegirl after we get the car rental whose flight got in after hours. And again, had issues with the signage, but from the outside. We're not dumb. The signage is stupid. So anyway, you know, we go and we say, all right, we're going to do this and we're going to have a good time. And we pull up to our Airbnb. And it's dingy as fuck. Okay. Now, for those who have a lot to say about, well, that's why I don't shut the fuck up. Because that's not every experience that I have. That was this one. Okay. It's a gamble. You niggas shoot craps. Yeah. You play blackjack. You know that every hand ain't going to hit. Yeah. So anyway.
You date people from Twitter.
You know what I'm saying? Could be somebody who robs you blind. Could be somebody who's ready to give you the keys to your next house. You never know. I digress. Pull up to the Airbnb. Dingy as hell, nigga. I say, where the fuck are we? The next door neighbors got a rusty ass basketball hoop with no net. A trailer that attaches to a truck on flats. You know. Pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing.
That's fair.
The house is cute enough, right? I don't mind some character.
Did it have wood paneling?
Even worse, almost. It had carpet.
It had wallpaper. Ooh. Ooh.
So, we walk up, and it's this den of iniquity. When you, it's this den. Entrance thing before you get in the house that's like closed in, almost like a sunroom, but not, with AstroTurf. And you know, I tried. You know, I'm like, I like character. This is cute. You can go camping in your house. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's very grandparent like.
All right.
They just have random additions to their
house.
Right,
with a seat reason. And pillows on it. And it's like, okay, it's not a smoke room because it's fully enclosed, but we'll figure this out. Well, we get inside. And at first glance, it's like, okay, not awful, but they didn't put this carpet anywhere in these pictures. So I have to pee as soon as we get in the house, and I'm like, all right, so I'm going to pee downstairs in this half bath. I get in there and I see little tiny hairs on the sink.
Cause you got to go out the door downstairs. Little brown hairs everywhere. You nasty twin. I don't care. Round here they call me big.
And the first thing that I do when I get in any bathroom, yes, including yours if you're listening, so you take that as you will, I lift the toilet seat up. I need to know how you living if we're going to be associating. So lifted the toilet seat up. I said, oh, this is not...
Oh my God.
It wasn't a murder scene, but it was like that. No fresh bleach just hit this.
No.
So, you know, I'm like, okay, hover time. And then after that, I got to inspect at this point. So I called my homegirls in. I was like, I need y'all to look at this sink because I'm not crazy. They come and they look at it. They're like, oh, bitch, these are did somebody shave this morning? And mind you, we asked them for a bit of an earlier check-in because we got in, quite early. And they were like, no, because we just had somebody check out. And we got a cleaning crew and so forth and so on. I was like, all right, bet. No worries. We'll figure it out. Go to dispensary, do all of that. Y'all did not have no cleaners up in here right now. Look in the...
I thought they had, like, public hairs and shit.
Child, I opened... So, it's not a half bath. It's just a small bath, come to find out. I opened the shower curtain, and there is a ring in the tub. So, I called my homegirl, and I said... But it was one of those real faint ones. So, I said, that is a ring, correct? She goes, I think it's a shadow, but I can't. I was like, no, bitch, look closer. She was like, oh, that's a ring. Okay. So then we go upstairs. More carpet. The AC unit is blowing out humid air. Okay, a lot of places don't have central air. And it smells like stale cigarettes.
I already knew that it was going to smell like stale cigarettes, even when you first started describing that all-weather room.
Specifically upstairs.
Attached.
I know, right? So
yeah.
We're like, okay, it's time to really get in. It's time to get to inspecting here. Go into bedrooms. At first glance, they're fine. They have wood. Clean towels and washcloths and shit folded on the bed, but this time I'm fully grossed out because there's little hairs downstairs, and I don't intend on sleeping in these sheets. So we get to really inspecting. My homegirl pulls back a comforter. She goes downstairs to the washing machine. It's dry. Yes, she felt inside. I noticed that in this den of iniquity with carpet, there's no vacuum lines. If y'all just cleaned, there would be vacuum lines. It did not smell like lemon. It did not smell like chemical lavender. It did not smell like bleach. It did not even smell like ammonia when we walked in that motherfucker. Then the little fans in the bedrooms are dusty. Then I noticed the little porch chair and situation. They didn't even empty the trash with the people's cigarette butts outside who were sitting on the little porch situation. So we're like, we cannot sleep here. What are we going to do? So we call the hosts. Of course, they're not responding. I mean, we message them. They're not responding. Okay. So my homegirl's like, I said, we're not going to do this. I call Airbnb. Airbnb, they finally, of course, the owners start responding or whatever, the hosts. And they're like, well, we can send a cleaning crew over. We were like, nah. Don't nobody want to sit here while somebody comes in here and cleans. I want to sleep here. So work it out. Surprisingly enough, they cancel our reservation. After they have to come in and look for themselves. But they canceled a reservation. And we call one of the listings that we looked at when we were going back and forth about where we wanted to stay. And we called and we're like, hey, do you happen to have availability? It says you do on the app, but we just want to make sure. He says, yes. Somebody just checked out and a cleaning crew just left. I'm like, okay. So cancel our shit. It's only 10 minutes from the other one. We're on our way. Trying to have positive outlooks. We get to the second Airbnb, neighborhood's quiet, it's real clean, the lawns are beautiful, and you drove up to this house, and it was a nice, freshly paved driveway, and a bush by the front door that smelled like something in the honeysuckle family.
Oh,
so,
okay. It worked out.
So we go inside. He says, it's a shoes off house. I said, another promising breadcrumb. So get in. It smells like cleaning products. And it's nice and updated. And nigga, it's huge. with a giant basement with a pool table and a sectional and multiple bedrooms and multiple bathrooms and a steam shower and a bidet in one of the bathrooms and a jacuzzi and a fire pit. Just lovely.
Yeah.
So I said, thank you. Okay, I have to express gratitude because this worked out. Like, we can't even be mad at how the first couple hours went because it all worked out even better than we imagined. This is even better than the first pick. The first pick could have been spot clean and it still would have been better, that second one. So we were like, all right, bet. Why didn't we pick this one initially? Don't matter. We here now. Fast forward, we eat dinner that night. Best coconut rice I've ever had, nigga. It tastes like coconut, and it was lit and buttery and delicious, and just I said, okay, I am.
Y'all cooked?
Oh no, we didn't cook one time.
Oh,
the food in Denver, nigga.
Really? I'd imagine it would be good though, just because of the fact that like we talked about, like the cattle and meat would be on point. And everybody's, I feel like where there's a place where there's recreational marijuana, that the food has to be good.
Yeah, it should be. That's not always the case, but it should be.
No.
Los
Angeles.
Denver is one of the palest places I've ever been in my life. I mean, my God. Hardly saw any blacks.
Yeah, I can't imagine that there's a large black population.
Yeah.
Maybe so now, but I just can't imagine.
It is not from what I saw. I could be wrong, but it is a lot of white faces. And so I said, wow, this might be the whitest.
White faces, smiling white faces to us.
Yes. Smiling white faces. Smiling white face. Beware.
Yes.
I'm so let's talk about the food for a second. When I tell you not one single disappointing meal. Not one. From breakfast to coffees to full meals. I had the most seasoned carrots. Yes, you heard me right.
You've been going on with this carrot.
Because, nigga, it tastes like they injected the carrot down to the center of it with flavor.
Wow.
It was, I said, okay, I've got to figure these carrots out. I mean, we all raved. Every meal we went to, happy hour, dinner, lunch, it did not matter. It was all delicious. So, the food is great. Come the concert. We get to the Red Rocks, and it is a sight to behold. Behold.
It's an outdoor, like, amphitheater type of situation?
Yes, but the drive up alone is like, oh, this is gorgeous, nigga.
In the middle.
It is
like
giant Red Rocks.
Because even in like the drive from the airport is like majestic. Like I remember when I went there to see Dubs, I for a little bit I was there. It was
shout out
on the freeway. It was just like all this Rockies and
beautiful.
You know,
that's why I was like, oh, this airport is not.
It looks like a mountain.
Yes, it's gorgeous, and the airport is not a representation of the city at all. City is clean and pretty.
The airport looks like 1993.
Whew, baby, in LA. And so, but so the drive up is gorgeous, right? It's so gorgeous. And we get up and we go early because we read about the parking lots because the hikes even if you get the most convenient spots, are stupid. So, woo, nigga. So, we
I was gonna ask, did you get altitude sickness?
No, and I did the first time that I went, but I think that I've grown out of my asthma, and so I did not get it this time.
So I was watching Amazing Race. This is all relative. I was watching Amazing Race. So when one of these seasons, they had to go to some Asian nation, and they had to go, or actually a Latin nation, and they had to go to the high altitude area.
Okay.
So to prevent altitude sickness, they had to drink this tea that they gave everybody as soon as they got out of the airport.
Okay.
And it's literally like cocaine tea.
Oh. Okay.
Like it's like cocaine leaves that they like make into tea, so it quells or calms the altitude sickness.
Okay.
It's so interesting.
Huh.
I just thought about that. I'm like, I wonder. I mean, you're not gonna do coke to get over altitude sickness.
No, not me. It's not my judge, but it's all good. I did not get it this time. And so we tailgate in this parking lot, right? We went to Whole Foods, got all this cheese and salami and bread, and we got this bread from this amazing little teeny family-owned Italian bodega, where they import all this Italian relish and hot pepper sauce and pasta and all manner olive oil, all manners of Italian imported items is in this little bodega, and really fresh meats. So we went there and got little sauces and things like that, and got fresh bread that they bake, and then got a bunch of salami and cheese and shit from Whole Foods and jams and shit. And so we sit in the back of our rental and lay out this charcuterie board on this Whole Foods bag and drink bunch of wine, and it's fun. And then it's beautiful because you're looking at all these gorgeous red rocks, and then they gotta look over and it's a deer grazing. It's a deer grazing.
It's like some Shangri-La type shit. Like, I am high, eating cheese and meat, enjoying nature,
watching a deer graze and looking at the most beautiful natural structures I've ever seen, and all kinds of shit outside of them redwoods.
Deer, I have my next Halloween costume.
What is it?
I'm gonna be Bambi's.
No, you're not.
No one will ever know. You don't know.
For Halloween, I'm gonna be John Wilkes Booth.
But think about it.
Oh my God, I got one. John Wilkes Bootsy Collins.
Sucktologizing old man trap.
The name is Bootsy, baby. The world's only rhinestone rock star monster of a dog, baby bobble. And
I killed the president.
Whoa, I got altitude poisoning. Oh my God. I can't. Woo.
God, I'm gonna shoot you, yeah. I really wanna shoot you.
Abraham Lincoln, yeah. That is dark.
Oh, I'd rather shoot you. Ooh. Oh, God. I really hate you. I'm gonna shoot you at
Fuck
the
what
show.
I said. It don't mean shit now. Fuck the president. Might as well throw him out. Fuck reparations. They didn't mean jack. Fuck all these slaves. We will want you back. Ho, 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 ho. You know, some of the people was sick when slavery ended. They was like, oh, Lord, what I'm going to do now?
Okay.
Nigga, I don't know how to take care of myself.
Happy Juneteenth.
Ooh, man. Happy Pride Month. Ooh, speaking of Pride Month, oh, you know what I watched on the plane? I watched this series narrated by Billy Porter. Hold on, let me find this thing.
Oh God. Oh.
Wait a minute. No, it's good.
Didn't mean to have that reaction out loud.
No. No. And the Grammy goes
Billy
to
Porter, I just
Hose Tales.
Billy Porter is just like I
love him. I don't care what you say.
I can't
you
say
Uncle
that
Ruckus.
publicly.
Fucking Uncle Ruckus.
It's not nothing. I have nothing Uncle Ruckus about him to say.
Good.
It's just what I have to say about him. I can't say.
Oh, he's in the Get Down? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's low key like a commentator, like at a ball. But he's like he runs the he's low key
What the fuck is this thing called?
who he is on Pose. Honestly,
Yeah, pray tell. Okay, what is this? I'm not crazy. Why is this not on your Wikipedia?
You've never seen the Get Down?
No, I never watched it. I need to, huh?
I wonder if they took it. Off of Netflix.
Okay, well, anyway.
Yeah, it was really good.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
It was really good. It was really expensive. I went on a date with a guy who was in the show. Mm-hmm. And he was explaining how, because they took over Harlem and shit to film it, because it takes place in the Bronx supposedly, but they filmed it uptown. Just how like In the Heights was not filmed in Washington Heights, it was filmed in like 120.
I don't want to talk about In the Heights because I literally had zero interest.
My homegirl Jezebel was sick. She was like, my mama is sick and mad because she can't walk home.
Good. Let me tell you something. I mean, no, not that your mom couldn't walk home, but yes.
She was like,
I found it. It's a show that came out in 2020 called Equal. And it's, I don't know what it's on. It was on the airplane. But it's all these different stories, and they have reenactments surrounding the LGBTQIA plus community. So it's all these different untold stories of like trans legends from the days of yesteryear, or like lesbians, or whoever from the days of yesteryear, and telling their story about how they were instrumental within the movement. And so it was actually a very good show. I suggest everybody watch it. Yes. But anyway, you want to take a break and come back?
Look at you. You up here doing ally work and shit on vacation.
Yeah, nigga, I be, you know what I'm saying? I be trying. I'm like, put your money where your mouth is, bitch. You got to know about this shit.
Yeah.
When people start being hateful, you got to be hateful back. You got to do it for your people.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to hit him. You got to hit him
with the heat.
You know what I mean?
Right in the groin. So, all that.
But yeah, you're right. Let's take a break and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hit it, Cloud.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
This is Red Rocks, an amphitheater formed by nature and shaped by humans that might provide the most incredible vista ever.
All right, and we're black. We're just fooling around, talking, and catching up and stuff. And Jada's telling us about
Wait, can I sing that?
Denver, and I'm also just shouting out random jokes about what I would be for Halloween and all that. Stuff. But that is a genius costume idea. No one would ever know. Like,
it's true.
Like, what are you for Halloween? I killed Bambi's mother. What?
Bambi's mother's assassin.
Yeah. Yeah. I could just wear like just like that 1 year. No. But yeah. 1 year. Okay, so when I moved to New York, I had like a short like jacket, and it was almost like a short like baby fat jacket. So I said I was like
No.
a pregnant teen.
I knew exactly where that was going. This nigga wore the boots.
I was just another girl on the IRT.
With your, you were actually with your rib tank top and your embellished jeans and your cropped bubble jacket.
I was.
I see it.
I was. But
I see it for you.
Go on. You was tailgating at the at the Bluffs.
So of course, I'm like, look at this view, look at this cheese, look at this deer. Like, thank you, Spirit. Like, nigga, I got to show some gratitude here. It's going to be a good day. I'm putting it out there, and I'm grateful for what I'm absorbing. So finally, it comes time for us to start heading inside. And things are looking like they are just wonderful. You know me. I have been dead set on not peeing in public places for the most part. But there is this bathroom thing with like individual stalls with sinks and everything inside that is really clean and new and updated. And I was like, because everybody's like, we'll go pee first and then we'll tell you how it is. Because, I was drinking wine and shit. And I was like, I'm definitely not peeing inside. So they were like, all right, we'll tell you how it is. So my homegirls came back. It's not bad, Jay. I got on the line. I was like, okay.
Shout out to, genderless bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like, every bathroom should be indie like that. Like,
so it's some interesting characters in Denver. First and foremost, as we were tailgating, there was a Latino man, I think, in a pickup truck who had a wife or partner that resembled that of June Boo Boo or whatever her last name is, Mama June. But he was playing all of the good reggae tunes. It was really fascinating. And he was providing the music.
That was like my Uber driver the other day.
Ooh, what happened?
First of all, we got picked up in a truck, like a Toyota Tacoma.
Okay.
Never happened to me. I was like, work. It was like this Asian man who was playing nothing but, and I'm not talking about like Sean Paul or whatever. It was like deep, like
Rupee, nigga. It was some Wayne Wonder, but it was like Wayne Wonder saddest day of my life. I was like,
yeah. Yeah, and we were just in like, but then it switched to like, clearly he was like a stoner, so I'm like, okay, whatever. But I guess I'm assuming, but I was just like, this is so, music, music's
yes,
music moves.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So he's providing the tunes. Then we get on the line for this bathroom. I'm pleasantly surprised about that. This day. And then this black man comes also with his white woman. And the ashiest toes I've ever seen in my life. But he sees a group of black women. Of course, he gets excited. And the line is long for this bathroom thing. Or it moves slow because of these stalls. So he's like, I'm going to play some music for you all while you wait on the line. I mean, provided the tunes while we waited on the line. And then it started getting interesting. So my homegirl's in the bathroom. And she comes back and she's like, I heard some interesting conversations when I was in there. And I was like, okay.
People were doing cocaine. Oh, God.
No. She said it was a brother and a sister. And they're grown.
Oh, God.
And she said, the sister says while they're waiting on the line, well, we're brother and sister. We can just, we can just use the same stuff.
No, children in that flowers in the attic. No.
I have a callback, so I want you to remember this brother and sister, okay? So the brother goes,
okay, Cersei and Jaime.
Because, you know, as soon as she told me, I said, Lannister love in the public bathroom, yuck. So please remember this brother and sister. The brother goes, nah, I'm good. No, thank you. I don't want to do that. Ooh, and the sister's like, it's fine. We're brother and sister. And he's like, it's not. And we're not going to do that. Okay? Put a pin in them. Fine. Okay? So
I don't know if I can.
No. Put a pin that we're definitely revisiting. We get on the line to go inside. And as we're on the line, it's a white woman who's very eager to listen to our conversation. She's very eager. I want y'all to know. You heard me talk about that lady who saw me witnessing Beth. You know, I want you all to know I was living my full Colorado fantasy. I have bought giblets for my Crocs. So
I'm sorry, what?
I have the Croc giblets.
What are Croc giblets? Is that something you eat?
Them shits you put in the holes of the Crocs to design your shit. Swag that shit out.
Oh, Flair.
Yeah. I bought Flea for my Crocs.
That shit that y'all keep giblets, that is Flair from the Office, the movie. That is Flair. When Jennifer Aniston worked at fucking Fridays or Friendlies.
I did not watch that.
And she had to have, you don't have enough Flair on.
Yeah.
So people be having Flair on their Crocs.
I nigga bought Flairs. I nigga bought giblets. A nigga bought Flea for my Crocs, nigga. Okay? So.
Niggas the fucking drip, man. You crazy? Yeah, my nigga. Look at the fucking drip, man. Hold on, let me take a picture of myself real quick, son. Hold on, B. Hold on, yeah. Look at the fucking drip. Yeah.
Got me a little chef hat, a little bedazzled weed plant. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you,
that's a step above animals dressed as humans.
I know, right, and it's fine. I knew I was gonna receive judgment and hate from you. I was prepared for it.
Oh yeah, and I'm developing more because I'm thinking about the whole meaning of accessories for your shoes and what that means and looks like. And now I'm having this idea that you just told me that you bought earrings for your shoes.
Yeah, I did.
That's like I just saw. Well, no, yeah, no. That why?
Because I liked it.
It's like,
well, I'm gonna tell you what led me to this decision. It was something that I never in my life would have thunk, especially after our episode from last week.
I'm about to buy Tabitha's pen from Target and put it on my damn Toms so I can have Flair on my shoes.
Oh, you buy her little earrings and just put a bunch of them on your.
That's what we'll do.
Just stick them in the fabric.
I would do it. See, she has a little pin. This little pin. It's like of Donna, you know, because the hair is. I'm gonna put on my Birkenstock.
Okay, do it.
To fit in.
You like, I'm gonna shove them through my kids.
And these Adidas slides, nigga, Flair.
Are those earrings in your Sperry's? Yes, they are.
They are.
So, well, that's what I bought for my motherfucking shoes. And let me tell you something. I love them. And you know what led me to that decision? Skoit on niggas.
The Lannister line.
Skoit on niggas. Because my homegirl walks in with a pair of Crocs. I have never had a pair of Crocs. I mean, let me tell you something. Crocs are the most amazing thing I've ever put on my foot. So that's all I've cooked in for the past several years. That's like, you know, they're my ugly shoes. If I go out in nature, I throw them on. I go to the beach, you know what I'm saying? But my homegirl walks in with some Crocs. They were wood grain. And I said, bitch, I have never seen Crocs that cute in my life. She goes, oh, they were a SZA limited edition Croc, where SZA designed these Crocs, put the giblets all over the Crocs, and then made the wood grain, and they were cute. right? And I was like, I have never said that.
This is coming from somebody who used to put freckles on her face on purpose.
You know, I don't subscribe to that, but I also am willing to be honest and give people their due where it is due. And that bitch designed a cute pair of Crocs. Never thought I would have said it. So I said, I'm going to design a cute pair of Crocs. And Melissa Beck, shout out to her. Okay, we know that Real World New Orleans did not win for the Critics' Choice Awards, but you are still Queen Black Awareness in our eyes.
Did you see that post that Kelly posted I said, because there's only one person that led back to, and I said, oh, damn it.
But yes, I did, nigga. And let me tell you something. I said, I ain't never seen a more dignified way of somebody full on pointing at a person without pointing at them.
Without pointing at a person.
I said, this is fantastic white woman beef. I am all the way here for it. But not you sitting up here showing me your husband's dick print.
First.
Bitch.
What?
I should knock you 7 ways from motherfucking Sunday, bitch. What's wrong with you?
We have not been in the same room in like 20 years. What makes you think that I want to be that into... And you know I don't even like you like that.
Bitch, none of us really like you like that.
That was the whole thing. Right. And you just feel like... And why would you think your husband wants people to show, other people that... You know what I mean? Like... I get it. If you dating somebody, right? Like everybody's gonna show their homegirls their nigga dick pic, right? Sure, whatever. But like as like y'all have been married and have children, like
we seen their faces on the TV.
But like have some decency,
bitch. Okay, have some respectability about yourself. And you know I don't subscribe to that. But y'all up here, your children's gonna watch this, and you and your husband is up here fucking in the courtyard, and you showing bitches his dick print. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, and you already creeping with that they didn't want to address either. Even though I could already assume. But yeah, I just randomly remembered that, and I was like, oh, I gotta talk to Jade about that. I was like, that was so classy. She said further from the slide.
No, she classy. Even the way she left, I was like, she slid at that bitch like a motherfucking tampon. Like she.
And also, Scott Wolf can't have all that. You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
I mean, I don't know what Scott Wolf's doing right now, but no, he can't. No.
Yeah, I don't know what's. Yeah, and also she's like isn't she like a social worker?
Yes.
Like that? Like she has like
she's like code, bitch. Like,
Yeah. Everybody calm the fuck down.
That lady is better that everybody's better than me, because I couldn't have dealt with that lady. Melissa's better than everybody's better than me.
Yeah.
Everybody's better than me. That bitch is out of her fucking mind, that one right there.
Oh, he's on Nancy Drew. Good
Who
for
that?
him. Okay. Scott Wolf.
Oh, very good. Okay. I do like them, and she seems like an unproblematic white woman, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I just need to be in my peace, and it's not here. I've got to go.
Yeah. Valid.
I've got to go. Speaking.
Go on. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Speaking of, I forgot one part that happened in the parking lot pimping. So let me tell you something. Okay. Denver is also the first place where I have. No, it's not the first place. Portland was. But there are a lot of white peddlers. So when you have very few black people, that's when you find out the tiers of whites. And when I say tears, I mean levels, not boo-hoo. So we sitting there eating our cheese and shit, and a bitch comes through peddling edibles. And I was like, oh shit, this is Denver's way of selling nutcrackers. Like, these bitches know that it's a motherfucking concert going on at the Red Rocks, and they're like, I'm about to go make my money. So she come through selling edibles. So she comes over and she does exactly what they do. That irritates us. We were in the middle of like a hilarious moment, nigga, a kiki, and this bitch comes over I hate to interrupt because I see you guys are having a good time. No, you don't hate to interrupt because you did. So everybody stops and looks at her, and she's like, namaste, I'm selling edibles, blah, 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 blah. And so we were like, nah, we good. Thank you so much. And my other homegirl, so we're like standing outside the car, but my one homegirl, Nicole, is in the Jeep, right? In the back seat, just facing out to the back where we're all standing. And she has on a bucket hat and some hoops. And, you know, she's just living her best life. So Nicole's in the back seat. And the lady is like addressing her. Thank you. Okay. You have a good one. You go. And she's like, you too, sir. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so. And she apologizes profusely for confusing Nicole as a man. And Nicole's like, that doesn't bother me at all. She's like, that doesn't bother me. You know, she's like, and, you know, how could I be bothered when the way she said this, I'm trying to remember how she said this. She goes, how could I be bothered when you could not see me any less than you see yourself, a reflection of yourself, or something along those lines. Not saying that anybody, she's like, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about the gender mix-ups. I don't care about any of that. It was only because she had a bucket hat on. But she's like, I don't care about any of that. But she also impeccably shaded this woman by letting her know, bitch, I don't give a fuck about none of that, because you yourself are ugly. And so therefore, you calling me anything will never be any uglier than what you are. But she said it in such oh my God. And she goes, namaste, sister. And she's like, namaste. But it was all these white women. So then another white woman comes through peddling. You ready? Imagine tie-dye in the background of these little pictures, these little prints, but Erykah Badu's face is coming through the tie-dye celestial type splatter art she did on her computer, and then she printed a bunch of them and laminated them and was selling these Erykah Badu prints
for $10, and you could pay her.
Oh my God, it was $10, and did, because you know that one I felt bad. She was very nice, and so I said, let me see if I have $10. I knew I didn't, and I knew I wasn't buying that ugly ass picture. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry, I only have $4. And she said, I accept Venmo and Cash App. And I said, I am so uncomfortable with giving strangers my handles, but thank you so much. Good luck as you peddle your pieces. So that was fascinating. Fast forward, we get on the line, we going up, we get to the front. This has been such a magical, fascinating experience. It's white peddlers already. It's deers eating outside of the parking lot. I'm looking at natural structures. Nigga, it's lit. So we get up to the front. Obviously, you know that I rolled. Oh, you good? Sorry. You know I rolled myself several blunts for the concert.
Yeah.
And I put them in this container. And
a dildo.
No, it's like medical. I fucking hate you. But I put them in that, and you know, I'm like, okay, it's an outdoor venue. It's Colorado. We're gonna have a good time. I only have a fanny pack. You know,
if they were smart, they would have a dispensary at.
Let me tell you, if they were smart, how many things they would have in that motherfucker, including butt pillows, blankets for sale. Y'all would clean the fuck up. You're doing capitalism wrong. So,
right.
Because a nigga would have certainly bought a pillow and a blanket. I was like, y'all just missed out on $44 right now. Like, what you doing?
Okay, just had rocks.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Red rocks. Ugly as fuck, but it's comfortable. So I get to the front and I'm like,
your Crocs and flare.
And you know I had them on. So we're having a good time. It's a nosy white woman on the line who takes our picture, and she gets all into our shit. She's taking pictures of our bedazzled Crocs for her daughter. It's all kinds of shit. Of course, it's a nosy white girl in front of us when I'm telling Nicole about one of the episodes of Atlanta because it related to whatever we were talking about. A white girl turns around and goes, I love Atlanta. And I was like, oh, nigga, I'm in an episode of Atlanta right now. But we get up to the security, and it's an old fat man, little short. he looks like one of the dwarves, and this nigga takes my weed. First, he took my gum, because you're not allowed to have gum at the Red Rocks, which makes complete sense. Not mad at it.
Yeah, I can understand why they disallow
Makes
gum in places.
Complete sense. But this nigga searches my fanny pack like it's a duffel bag, to the point where I literally had to say, "Get your hands out of my bag now." I was like, "Get them out my bag."
It was definitely because you were black.
Oh wait, I was like, "Shine your light in there, and I'll sift through. You can look at whatever you need to, but don't put your hands back in my bag. This is intrusive." Of course, he does the like shocked and I was like, "Don't look shocked. Like you're digging through this motherfucker right now. Like I can really hide something on something on my waist."
We're looking through the LOB, leftover bags that passengers left out there for whatever reason. When passengers leave.
So, of course, he takes my weed. My homegirl behind me, who is white. That's another conversation. A good one. A good one. I'm not saying that's shady, but my homegirl behind me, he goes through her fanny pack. Flick, flick, flick.
3 to woke white.
You already know. Oh, yeah, you already know. But it was more about perception. But we'll talk about that's another conversation. So, flick, flick, flick through her fanny pack, and that's it. So, of course, she's like, "I'm so sorry. Like, I should have put those in my bag, and that should have never happened in the first place." And I'm like, "Don't. I'm glad you just saw it. We're gonna end it right there.
Right.
Glad you saw it.
It shouldn't have had to be that way, but I'm glad. Excuse me. I'm glad, and it's unfortunate that she was aware and caught that. Like, damn, I should have put this because I knew some bullshit was gonna happen.
She,
but,
immediately was like, "This is
not something that she would have to think about."
Nope.
So
none of, and I, as black, I didn't even think about it myself. Get into the venue. I am in a bubble of marijuana, nigga. It's so much smoke. It's an outdoor venue, and it's still so much smoke. It smells of the aromas of every hybrid and sativa and indica and everything that you could, every blunt and joint and vape and every fucking thing you could possibly smell. And I was livid.
Yeah.
Some bullshit. We go find seats and comfortable ones that are like on these steps that are not a part of like the arena sitting, so we don't feel overcrowded, but we have a beautiful view of the stage and a beautiful view of like the giant rocks that surround the stadium. And it's gorgeous. And Robert Glasper is opening for Erica, and Fur is singing with Robert Glasper, and it's just, I'm like, this is magical. The only thing that would make it more magical is my fucking weed. So after Robert Glasper said, I tried to hit my girl's vape a couple times, hated it. So after Robert Glasper said, I'm like, people keep walking by with these tacos and these delicious drinks, and these tacos smell amazing. I'm gonna go get myself some, like, cheer myself up. So my homegirl's like, I'll come with you. My other two homegirls stay at the seat, and we go and get these tacos, and they eat them on the line while we're getting the drinks, and they are just as delicious as they smell. They had a raspberry hot sauce that was fantastic. But anyway,
I'm not into furry berries.
I understand. This was a raspberry hot sauce, and it had the perfect amount of sweet and heat. And it was delicious. So on the way back up to the seats, I see two employees for the stadium, two white boys. And so I told my homegirl something. I was like, hold on. So I went up to him and I said, hi, excuse me. They took my weed at the front. I was like, and I'm really irritated about that. And one of the white boys, picture white Wiz Khalifa, curly hair, tall, gangly. One of them is like, who took your weed? The other one is like, this ain't my problem. So he walks off. So I tell him who took my weed. He goes, which entrance did you come in? Because there's two you can come in. So I point to the one that I came in. It was over there. What'd he look like? I told him. He goes, I'll be right back. I said, this nigga's trolling me. I don't know why I thought I could trust a white man Like, I don't know what. Like, I don't know. Baby, shut my mouth. 5 minutes later, this nigga is galloping up the stairs. Galloping. Here you go. And shoves this in my hands.
Oh.
He says, because I obviously described it when he was asking.
That's sweet.
I said, nigga. And I was, so I was like, let me give you one of my blunts.
My power.
To say, wait a minute. Wait, just you wait. We ain't got there yet. So I'm like, let me give you one of my blunts as a thank you. He's like, no, I want you to enjoy yourself. I snatched that from him. I said, we don't take people's weed here. We don't do that. And so my homegirl.
Like, that's so ridiculous to do. Like,
dumb. In Colorado at an outdoor venue.
Right. You allow people to come in with guns and shoot up places and things or whatever, but weed is the problem. Yeah, okay.
Not this nigger girl in here with her blunts. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I know.
So my homegirl turns to me and she's like, bitch, you just got your weed back in a venue of thousands of people. And I was like, damn. Thank you, Spirit. So go back to the seats. And also
that and white guilt.
Wait a minute. It's a beautiful thing. Make sure you all capitalize off of it. And I also have my homegirl's joint in there with my blunts. So we go back to the seat and I was like, y'all, I got my weed back. I hold my canister up. They're like, oh shit. Give my homegirl her joint back. I'm like, this is crazy. Like I'm actually like having to take a second because I'm like, this is fucking nuts. I don't even care that it's taking Erykah Badu 1 full hour to come on this stage after Robert Glasper has gotten off. Like, doesn't even matter. So I go to light it, and this is just as the wind is starting to set in. I'm like, God damn it. Like, it's blazing hot. Hip hop and R&B all fucking day. I have a sunburn, and now it's fucking freezing, and the wind won't stop knocking my blunt out. My lighter, I can't even light the thing. I'm like, something in my spirit told me to bring a torch. A man is walking up the steps. He turns to me and goes, did you say torch? Whips a torch out of his pocket. No bullshit. And lights my shit and my homegirl shit.
So woman a born weed too. Oh.
Ask Indu.
Ask her so.
No true be a woman.
Oh. Me want you build this.
My homegirl turned to me. She said, you are magical.
Yeah,
you are magical. I was like, I'll take it. Thank you, Spirit. So the rest of the concert is wonderful. It is fascinating to see artists that you have seen in all black settings perform in other settings. That is interesting, but it was a great show nonetheless. Yes, her baby nigga was there for those who have questions, and he did sage the stage before she came out, and he's sang background, and it was a fantastic show. Duran Bernard fucking killed it. You know what I'm saying? He was the only background singer who got a solo and fucking killed it per usual, because that's Duran for you. You know, she played Window Seat. I Thought of You, getting butt naked in Central Park. Fantastic. All right. So, fast forward.
Okay. To the white
to
line.
the people watching.
Okay.
So, first is this lady. And she's stumbling her drunk ass up the stairs to the point where I say, this bitch is going to fall over into the rock crags and to her oblivion, and she's with her daughter. It's like,
oh my God.
And this is a very steep venue. You've got to go up and down a lot of steps, and this bitch is stumbling boots up the steps. So she knocks and falls into a crowd of black people. And by the way, every black person in Denver was at that show. I was astonished. Didn't see them anywhere else in the city. And I said, I don't know where y'all ran off to, but I need to know about it. So Dubs told me, because I did see Dubs. Shout out to our homegirl Dubs while I was out there. And I said, Dubs, where are the black people? She goes, we here. It took me 2 years to find us, but we here. So I said, well, everybody was at the show last night. So she falls into a crowd of black people, knocks this girl's drink out of her hand. It's like a whole to-do.
Oh, damn.
Okay?
She died, huh?
Let's say that. So then, let's get to Lannister love.
White Winans.
Oh, yes. That's what I thought when my homegirl told me what they said in the bathroom. So there's a white lady in the audience, and I told you it was a very long break between Robert Glasper and Erica. So that was where the peak. This is where the weed thing happened, the blunt, all of this people watching. So you can imagine all of this is happening in a condensed amount of time. It's incredible. So there's a drunk white woman who is seat hopping and going and sitting next to random people and talking their fucking ears off, and you can see how annoyed they are. So obviously we're watching this and it's entertaining.
I would have stuck my finger in my mouth and dipped it in her ear so she would leave me the fuck alone.
She might have liked it. She was drunk as fuck.
Oh, God.
And then she would dip off and go back and keep. And you know what she was drunk off of? Budweiser Tall Boys. It was fascinating. I said, you're this fucked up off of beer Tall Boys? Whew. So.
She probably had.
About 15.
You know. Because, you know, that's their way.
Yeah.
Beer.
So. She's hopping around.
Like, I've gotten beer drunk before, and it took a while. You know what I mean? Like, it took a minute.
I don't think I've ever gotten full beer drunk.
But I also feel like beer, different alcohols affect different races differently.
Yeah, no. That's why they can drink Campari and Aperol straight. Yeah. Taste buds hit different. I'm convinced molecularly. So this lady is seat hopping around, annoying all these black people. And then she's sitting next to this black man talking, and I said, finally, she found somebody who is willing to entertain her drunk ass. And my homegirl turns to me and said, that's the brother and sister. And the brother was black. And the sister was white, and they were about 46 years old. And it all came together that this 46-year-old drunk-ass bitch solicited her black brother in the public bathroom to pee with her in the same private stall.
Well, that's the end of today's show.
Thank you so much for listening. The trip was fantastic.
Yeah, I don't have anything that I can say legally on here.
I think that's a perfect ending, actually. The rest of the trip was fantastic. The weed was great. The food was amazing. Thank you, Denver. I'll be back.
We'll continue more in this conversation on Patreon. Sign up for patreon.com/JadenXD. But until then, friends, family, countrymen, mijas, mijos, and mihin, we love you for listening. And we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
He has removed